Hey there, ever stop and wonder about the very device you're watching this on? Well, today, we're going on an awesome time travel adventure to discover the incredible story of how computers came to be.
So, take a look at your laptop or tablet. Do you think they've always been this small, this easy to carry around? What do you think?
Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's meet our explorers, Maya and her super smart robot friend, Chip. They're about to fire up their time machine and take us on a journey to uncover the secrets of computers. Let's go! Whoa, here's our first stop. Maya and Chip have taken us way back in time. We're talking long before electricity, to a time when people used the simplest tools you can imagine to count things. You know how you count your snacks on your fingers? Well, that's exactly what early humans did. They used their fingers, or maybe some small stones, and even put marks on sticks to keep track of everything. Super simple, right? And then, somebody had a brilliant idea. The abacus. All you had to do was slide these little beads up and down to do math way faster. You could say it was the world's very first calculator. Okay, next stop on Maya and Chip's adventure. Things are starting to get a little more mechanical. People actually started building these amazing machines with spinning gears and levers and wheels. Wow, check these out. First there was the Pascaline, which could add and subtract. But then the Leibniz calculator came along and it could do it all. Multiply and divide too. They were like these little magic boxes that could solve huge math problems just by turning a crank. You know, every great story has its heroes. So who were the amazing people that dreamed up the modern computer? Well, Maya and Chip are about to introduce us to some of the superheroes of computing. Our very first hero is a man who had a gigantic idea. An idea so big that people now call him the father of the computer. His name was Charles Babbage, and he designed these incredible machines, the difference engine and the analytical engine. And get this, even though they were never fully built back then, his amazing designs had all the basic parts of the computers that we use today. Now, a machine is just a bunch of cool parts until you tell it what to do, right? Well, the very first person to write a set of instructions, a program, for a computer was a totally brilliant mathematician. And that was Ada Lovelace. She wrote the first algorithm, which is really just a fancy way of saying a set of step-by-step instructions for Babbage's machine. She was a true visionary. She even imagined that one day these machines could create music and art. You know, computers didn't just show up one day looking like they do now. Nope. They changed and got better over time in 5 giant leaps, which we call generations. Let's see how they grew up. So as you can see, this journey took computers from these enormous machines that filled up entire rooms, all the way down to tiny, powerful gadgets that fit right in our pockets. And with every single generation, they got smaller, faster, and a whole lot smarter. Okay, so the first generation of computers, like the ENIAC and the UNIVAC, were absolute giants. I mean, seriously. They used thousands of these glass vacuum tubes that looked kind of like light bulbs. These machines filled whole rooms, were super slow, and used up a ton of electricity. Just try to picture that. A single computer back then could weigh more than an elephant, and now the smartphone in your hand is millions of times more powerful and fits right in your pocket. How cool is that? Then, a total game changer was invented, the transistor. This tiny little device replaced those big, hot, clumsy vacuum tubes. And because of that, computers got so much smaller, way faster, and they didn't break down as much. All right, time for a quick quiz with Maya and Chip. What was that tiny invention that helped computers shrink down in size? Was it A, vacuum tubes, or B, transistors? If you said B, the transistor, you got it. Awesome job. Then things got even more exciting. For the 3rd generation, scientists figured out how to cram lots of transistors onto one single tiny chip called an integrated circuit. And then, for the 4th generation, they put the entire brain of the computer, the CPU, onto an even smaller chip called a microprocessor. And that incredible invention is what led to the personal computers we all have in our homes and schools today. And that brings us to right now. We are living in the 5th generation, the age of artificial intelligence, or AI. It basically just means our computers are smart enough to learn things, make decisions, and even understand us when we talk to them. Your phone, your tablet, your video game console, they're all part of this super smart generation. And just like that, Maya and Chip have brought us back to today. That long, incredible trip through time has brought these amazing machines right into our homes, our schools, and pretty much every part of our lives. Wow, we have seen it all, haven't we? From people using simple stones and the abacus, to giant machines with vacuum tubes, all the way to tiny chips and the powerful smartphones we hold in our hands. What an amazing journey. And that was our incredible journey through the generations of computers. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What will the sixth generation of computers be able to do? What amazing new machine will you help create someday? The future is in your hands.